Hey guys, Tyler Tolman here, and today I want to share with you guys some really profound wisdom and science behind the process of fasting that most people are not aware of. So first of all, I just want to say that it's called the fasting like mimicking diet. And it's a process by which you can actually fast and get all the benefits of a water fast, things like full ketosis, things like autophagy, which causes cell repair, things like the stem cells that get produced that can actually replace damaged tissue inside of your body, leading to regeneration, and reset of your metabolism. All these beautiful qualities that come from extended water fasting can be had through something called the fasting like mimicking diet. And I want to just share with you that this actually goes back thousands and thousands of years. Most of you have heard of Muhammad. Some of you have heard of Abraham and Jesus and this guy named Moses, another guy by the name of Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates. There's so many individuals in the past that actually went through this process of deep fasting and introspection. And I believed it was actually a process of evolution, mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, financially, spiritually. It's like this big introspection of life that's a really beautiful thing. Now, I know a lot of people are really scared to fast. And when I say fast, I'm talking about water fasting. There's so much stuff that comes up from people. I can't do that. Oh, that's crazy. How can you go without food? And I've been running fasting programs in Bali, Indonesia for many years and taking people with chronic disease and actually guiding them through extended water fasts, most of the time 21 days on a water fast. And of course, there's a lot of preparation that's needed for that. Looking at all your bloods and making sure you're not deficient. There's a lot of things you need to be doing while you're fasting and a lot of tracking that needs to take place to make sure you're not getting sick and you're not going to die. That's usually not a good thing. And make sure that you actually break the fast properly and moving forward, get all the benefits from the fasting. But back in these ages, thousands of years ago, these individuals would actually sit one time in the day and have a very small offering. And it was considered ordained for fasting. Some of them would use a little bit of goat milk and dates. And in fact, one of them, it says that they fast on the locusts out in the desert. And they were actually referring to the locust pods of the carob tree. It's actually these little pods, and they would just have a very small amount of this. And I find it very interesting that in ancient texts and records, it says that they fasted for 40 days, or they fasted for 20 days, or they fasted for these extended periods of time. But if you really go deep, you'll discover that once in the day, typically at midday, some of them at night, they would sit and go through a process of asking. Ask, and ye shall receive. Seek, and ye shall find it. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. It was a process of asking questions. And when you ask in this way, it is said that it will be given. Ask, and you shall receive. And so they would actually sit while they were fasting and put the energy into the food and have the thoughts about, what it is they were looking, the answers that they couldn't receive or the thing they were seeking. And they would smell the food and they'd go through this whole offering process of inundating their senses once a day. Imagine how hungry you'd be if you'd gone 24 hours, hadn't had any food, only water and deep breathing and meditation or whatever was going on out in the desert, running from scorpions or whatever it was. But then sitting once in a day and really smelling and being present, and then smelling, thinking about the thing, putting it in your mouth and chewing, in the emotional experience, and then the swallowing of just that little bit of food. And it was called, or it was ordained for God. It was ordained by God. It was considered fasting still, even having that little bit of thing. And what I find interesting is that science today has confirmed, the University of Southern California, this guy specifically named Professor Longo, has discovered if you do a water fast, within 3 days, your body's in full ketosis, you produce embryonic style stem cells, your entire immune system resets and regenerates itself, which is pretty amazing. And there's a lot of research from University of Chicago and other places, all the processes that kick in when you do a fast that really show us it is the most healing experience you could have. And University of Southern California says if you consume less than 500 calories a day, you still get all the benefits of fasting, but still able to have something that gives you a bit of energy, that sustains you somewhat, that has a little bit of nutrition in it. And so whether it's you're picking some dates, or you're picking maybe just apples or just an avocado, or even drinking less than 500 calories, you could have 3 liters of vegetable broth and be under 500 calories. You could have 2 liters of coconut water and still be under that amount. You could have a whole liter of really dense nutritional green juices, fruit juices, etc., and still get all the benefits of a water fast. So this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. I have my dad's book here called Magnus Opus, and he's done 5 40-day water fasts. And on those 5 40-day water fasts, he really connected and he shared a lot of this information of how we can actually fast in a way that brings us more mental, emotional, and physical health. And science has confirmed today it's called the fasting-like mimicking diet. I highly recommend you look into it. I highly recommend, if you've been scared of fasting in the past, or you're a seasoned water or juice faster, really trying this out. And I always recommend doing it from a safe perspective. Do it with some monitoring from somebody who knows what they're doing. Look at your bloods. Make sure you're not deficient whenever you start a fast. And really be smart about it. Learn all the practices that you can do to make fasting quite easy. I run fasting programs. I got a lot of information in my Heal Thyself Express program and other places about fasting, how to do it safely. But it's really important to research this, because if you're dealing with any type of disease, whether it's acute symptoms or chronic disease or even something degenerative, I've found over time this is the most powerful way to heal yourself. So I really hope that you ask more questions, look into this, and maybe join us on this journey of self-evolution. We'll see you soon.